And the reason for surprising me like this is spontaneity of responses.
Madame Bellois is still in the building. Can she please see Mrs. Mitchley or contact Mrs. Mitchley at 7220?
Yeah, I touched it again.
Yeah.
I touched it again.
I was going to put it here.
I touched it again. I'm so sorry. I'm failing, aren't I? Oh, right now I just have so many. No, I'm going to say train. Marry me. I'm not alcoholic because I'm obviously quite over the age limit. White wine. I do enjoy white wine or Diet Coke. Italian. Spaghetti alla carbonara. Blue. That's very common. I know it's common. Okay, so this is kind of weird because I was just watching a clip on MPix of a movie that's going to be showing this month, which is The Way We Were. I cried watching the trailer for the movie that was going to be on MPix. That movie kills me. It just makes me very, very sad because there are these two people who are so in love, but they can't be together. They just can't be together. So anyway, I'm going to start crying now. Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Canadian, first and foremost. I am 1/4 French, 1/8 Irish, and 5/8 Scottish. Does that add up? I hope that adds up. Yes, that's what I am. Except I have a blood disorder, beta thalassemia, which is predominant in people that are Greek, Italian, or Mediterranean Jewish. So someone fooled around, and I think with an Italian, because I feel very comfortable when I'm in Italy. I've always been the teacher. Like as a little kid, we would play school or whatever, and I was always the teacher. I would always jump in. I always wanted to explain things. So I was like, oh, I can tell you about that. I can help you with that. I can do whatever. From the time I was a little kid. I didn't get into a lot of trouble growing up. I really didn't. I was kind of a goody two-shoes. When I was 12, I stole Mojos, which were little white candies, which I don't think exists anywhere anymore. We were 12, so we knew better. We weren't 8. And we went in and stole like a fistful of white candies, and one of our friend's little brothers told on us, and I got chased through the mall by a cop. I thought I was going to die, and I've never stolen anything again in my entire life. I want to be able to fly. I used to have flying dreams all the time as a kid, and that's disappeared. It disappeared when I became an adult. But that would be like I would breaststroke through the air. And only once, Dante Iannacci in grade 6, outside of Laurie McDonald Elementary School, and I thought he was going to hit me. He was mad because I had snitched on him about something, but anyway, he deserved to be snitched upon. But my mother was in the window, and our house faced the courtyard of the school, so she yelled at him to go away, so nothing ever happened. But I'll never forget the fear of, oh my God, but we were little kids. We were 11 years old. Seriously? Like, you really want to know this?
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
That's serious.
Okay, when my middle son Reese was in grade 10, I was teaching him, and I jumped up onto the bench top over here to blow on the window to show condensation as a physical change, and apparently my underwear showed, and he almost died of embarrassment. He got really, really red, which is really hard to do to my middle son. I can do that really easily to my little guy, but the middle son, really nothing embarrassed him, but he just about died, and everybody in class was killing themselves because I didn't know what happened, because I turned around and I'm like, what's wrong? And they're all like, oh my God. Oh, I have so many best circumstances just because it's too much fun, but I don't have any individual ones where it's just a day when you come out of class and you know you were on, you know what you did worked, and the kids got it and everybody was on task, and you just feel like you're on air. When I said I was a goody-goody, I didn't drink, and I tell students this all the time, and they look at me and they go like, yeah, but my parents didn't drink, and my parents, had I come home drinking, my parents would have been really, really upset, and I didn't like the taste of alcohol. So it wasn't like 18 was like, oh yeah, go out, and I went out dancing. What I used to do was have like a screwdriver, which I would carry around with me for the whole night, so people would think I was cool, and oh look, Darlene drinks, but Darlene didn't drink. So it wasn't like that was a big deal, and 21 was, I don't know. I haven't celebrated those. I celebrated 30 and I celebrated 50. I didn't celebrate 16, 18, or 21. I don't know if I have that many skills. I can do the splits, which is pretty good at 52 years of age. So I'll say it's splits. I can do the splits. I can't really do the tongue rolling or anything else physically. Like really, no. I'm sorry. Splits, I can do the splits. As a teacher, I've had 2 amazing teachers. One was Dr. Harry Wilson, PhD chemist, at John Abbott, one of the best teachers I've ever had. Whatever, he made me be want to be the best student possible. When I answered, we were a small group, 20 kids in organic chemistry, and I wanted him to respect me. And then Dr. Hershey Warshawski at McGill University, he won all sorts of teaching awards, and he was just absolutely amazing. And so I wanted, as a teacher, those were the two people who most influenced me. As a person, I don't know. My parents are pretty good people. I had a pretty good life growing up. My dad especially was a really, really outgoing, pretty good guy, an excellent dad in the 60s and 70s when guys weren't really into being fathers at that point in time. So I guess my dad, my kids. I really like my kids. Sorry. And my three best teacher friends here, I guess, are Miss Broden and Miss Cormier and Miss Kelly, which is really upsetting because Miss Kelly and Miss Cormier are obviously pregnant, and it's very upsetting that I'm going to lose them next year. And Miss Cormier is what I call my teaching spouse, my work spouse, because I spend more time with her than I do with my actual family members or my husband, which is kind of sad, but she's my work spouse. So same bat time, same bat channel.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.
From the 1960s, when I was a child. I do lift. I haven't in a while, but I do lift. You mean weights? I'm assuming weights. I used to lift on a regular basis. And I've been really slacking, but I've gone back into spinning classes now. I just joined a gym. So I will start to lift again. I did one, and then I discovered an alternate meaning for that one tattoo that fit in beautifully with my life, and so no, I don't regret either one of them. But for a short while I did regret. I don't know, because I never masked the chalk before and after, which would be an effective way of determining that. I don't know, probably lots and lots, since I've done it every single year since I've been teaching. It tastes dry and powdery and pasty, and it tastes like chalk. Exactly what you imagine chalk tastes like. I don't think it is, but it's just I have way too much fun. I think it's hilarious. Kids are funny. I like watching them squirm. It's a bit of a sadistic streak that I have. I acknowledge it. And I went into teaching not just as the reason I had kids was to enjoy my kids and to live vicariously through my kids, and the same thing with teaching. I teach because it's way too much fun to teach. So it's not a discipline strategy in any way, shape, or form. It's just for my enjoyment.
Thanks a lot.
That's it? Why did he laugh the entire interview? Why was he laughing the entire time? This one. It's kind of hard to answer questions when the interviewer is laughing in your face. Is this an effective form of interviewing? Okay, what the heck? All right. Who have you interviewed so far?
Just
Okay. It used to be kids used to